For the past few years, IS 318 has won every significant middle school chess championship in the United States. They recently made it onto the front page of the New York Times for winning the National High School Chess Championship, which is really pretty remarkable when you realize that none of their students has yet been to high school. And yet they beat some of the best high school players in the country. So when I was starting my reporting, they were just starting their winning streak, and I wanted to try to understand what they were doing right. And so I spent a couple of years following them around, and I came to conclude that the secret to their success, what was helping them win so much, was the teaching style, the teaching strategy of their chess coach, their chess teacher, this woman named Elizabeth Spiegel. And I think what she was doing, more than anything else, was giving her students a way to manage failure. One of the things I didn't realize about chess till I started my reporting is that when you play chess, you fail all the time. No matter how good you are, you're still going to lose about half your games. And even when you win, you make dozens of boneheaded mistakes every game. So if you're a 7th grade student and you're experiencing that much constant failure, there are two temptations. One is to just kind of laugh it off, to convince yourself, who cares, chess is a stupid game, I didn't really try, I don't like it. The other is to wallow in the shame of your loss and convince yourself that you're the worst chess player ever and the worst person ever and you'll never possibly get better. And what Elizabeth is able to do is to guide her students between those two temptations. And she does it by getting them to look honestly and straightforwardly at their own failures, at their own mistakes. There's this ritual that every student at IS 318 knows, which is that after every game at a tournament, whether you win or lose, you have to sit down with Ms. Spiegel and replay the game, move by move. And I sat in on a lot of these sessions, and they were kind of grueling. I expected that she would say things like, well, you know, you tried hard, you did your best, it's just a game, you had fun, right? But it really wasn't like that at all. She was kind of mean. She would say things like, a rook? Why would you move a rook? That's pathetic. There's this rule of thumb that I think every teacher knows, even if they don't really know where they know it from, which is that you're supposed to give 5 compliments for every 1 criticism to your students. If you fall below that number, you will permanently damage their self-esteem. And it was actually Elizabeth who told me about this rule. She said, you know, I'm a little worried about my ratio. And I said, yeah, no kidding. She was more like 5 criticisms for every 1 compliment. And yet somehow it was working for her students. You know, she wasn't belittling them. She wasn't tearing them down. And she was making them understand that she cared very deeply about how they were doing. She had very high expectations for them. And she was getting them to look at their mistakes so that they could learn from them. And she was convincing them that in learning from them, they would do better next time. And I think in the process, she was not only giving them valuable chess information, she was also teaching them how to fail. And in the process, I think she was teaching them character.